yeah. Because they would have been on a different team.
Yeah, but look what they've done. It's, again, back to psychology.
Yeah.
That's a mental edge and the power you can get from believing you're an underdog, or that the world saying you're an underdog fuels you instead of makes you cower. Going, oh yeah, watch this. But to believe that is different than to say that. Like we've seen plenty of teams that are cocky.
Right, yeah.
And you're like,
not to get into the ego side of it.
You ain't gonna, oh, you just laid a big hit on that running back, and there's 3 minutes left in the fourth, and you're 17 down. I wouldn't be doing a dance, Sarah Potts.
Yeah.
Did you see the scoreboard? You know what I mean? Or the come out is what Moore was saying, or who was it? Mike saying, well, I wanted to win the game, didn't want to play like to win. You can see, you want, there's a certain swagger that you're like, are you playing the part, or do you believe?
Right.
Again, are you looking at the Jumbotron and acting like what you think you should act like? Or do you believe that? And is that dance you're doing coming from, from you? That's me. That's how I feel. Difference.
Dude, there was the other night I was somewhere and there was like I think a Titans, one of the Titans kind of brass. And they had one of their upper people was, and Pavia was there. It was some dinner thing we were at. And I said, oh, have you guys thought about drafting Diego? And the guy goes, well, he's a little small for us. We like this is one of our guys. There was a player there and he pointed at a guy and he's like, that guy's 6'7".
Yeah.
And I was like, that guy's 1-7.
Right.
I was like, Diego Pavia is 8-2 right now.
I hear you.
And I know it's different.
No, I hear you.
But for me, it's like, if I'm a team in a city, I would get a player that everybody loves that played in that college. I don't understand why pro teams don't do that a little bit more.
Well, they do. The Saints have been the best at it historically. Drafting the local, keeping it in Louisiana. So that Superdome's full of people going,
that's our guy.
Boudreaux's my cut,
Oh, that's a good point.
Look, I don't know how much that really works in the pros because it's a new singular brand business. I'm with you. I like the sentiment of let's keep the home cookum going.
Yeah, that's
here,
how I think that's how I think. I like that kind of stuff. Are you still teaching? Were you teaching classes at UT?
Yeah. I visit there's a professor that's in there daily, but then I swing in and we'll talk going for 3 hours at a time. And because what we do is we break down films and ads that I've done. It's called From Script to Screen, meaning let's see the journey that this book that turned into the first script, that turned into a shooting script, that turned into the movie. Let's see the journey it took to get there, because the original screenplay is very different than the final package you see. And so let's show these students, these serious filmmakers, about how there's many ways to skin the cat. And so I'll go in and we broke down most of my films, and then I have the director come in and talk about certain scenes, and it's a badass class.
Dude, I've loved. I used to go perform up at in Huntington, West Virginia all the time.
Yeah.
Where you guys shot your Marshall movie. Yeah. And that was awesome, man. And one time the guy that survived
yes, Dawson.
He was speaking at the hotel that I was staying at. He was speaking.
When was this? How many years ago? More or less.
16 years ago.
16.
12, 10.
So we had done We Are Marshall, which is probably 20 years ago?
Might be, yeah.
Yeah, so look, I don't want to speak on Red's behalf, but this story I heard, and I hope I'm getting this correct. If I'm not, excuse me. But that crash in 1971